Hi, Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
It is Tuesday, my dudes.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's a big long sound bite, and I usually cut the last little bit of that off. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio. Man, it was touch and go. I woke up about 10 minutes before my alarm goes off. Well, that's a lie. It was about an hour and 10 minutes before my alarm goes off, and I can feel the sweat beating up on my forehead. And I think, okay, this is just going to be a migraine headache because that's usually how they start. So I jumped up out of bed, went and took some Tylenol, took a little ibuprofen, drank a whole bunch of water, and tried to start gulping down as much coffee as I could. And about 10 minutes later, it all came back up. So I spent about the first 45 minutes this morning trying to will myself out of a migraine headache. And I don't know if it's worked or not, but it seems to have gone away. It seems like my body temperature has regulated. So I was able to kick things off for this exciting show because we got a bit of a full house today, even though we are sans Walter as he gets prepared for all of his goings on that I know he's going to have to undertake here in the very near future.
Much love, Walt.
Much love, Walter. But we are joined this morning by awesome Austin, who joined us last week.
Yeah.
Said he would come sit in with us again this morning. What's going on, Austin?
What's up, man? What's
Nothing.
up, guys? Not much. Glad to be chilling with y'all on Ironworx. Good morning for me so far, or good rising. Last night was a little crazy. My wife got in a car accident. Our car's done, but everyone's okay. All the boys are okay. Everyone's safe. But yeah, other than that, I'm here kicking it with the homies.
And it's so cool. You were saying how, you just had all these arguments with your son about the seatbelt, and how important it is and being safe and all this stuff. And then this happens, and now he's like, okay, I get it.
Oh, yeah, he totally gets it.
I bet you're never going to have that argument again. He's going to have his seatbelt on before you get to the car.
Right. Yeah. When we got two cars. Like, we have another one. It's like a hunk of junk. But I was at work when it happened, and when I got there, we're getting in the car, and that's when he's like, seatbelts. Everyone put their seatbelts on. So he totally gets it, and he had like a bit of a freak out. He has a bruise and a little cut on his forehead because he was on the side that the car hit. Someone T-boned her in an intersection, and he was in the passenger seat. So and she didn't stop in the stop. She didn't stop at the stop sign. She went all the way through and lifted our car up. That went up in the air, and his head hit the door when they collided. So he has like a bruise and a cut right here, but he's fine. He's fine. It's not like bad. Then my wife has a bruise on her thigh, but he, it was traumatic for him in the moment. He's like, right after the accident happened, my wife told me when the car stopped moving, and she's like, oh my gosh, is everyone okay? The baby was screaming and all that. And then my oldest son is like, Mom, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Like, mm-hmm. So, but he's okay. Everyone's okay. The car is not, but, on the bigger and better things. But I will say this. It was a great deal. That car was all original parts, mint condition, 80,000 original miles. And I don't even want to tell you what I got for it. It was such a steal. But, it's all right. It's all good. We're all still here, and the plan is still going. It's just a minor setback, ain't nothing but a thing. So,
well, we actually have another guest this morning. I reached out to Mike after I saw him on your show, and I'm pretty sure Mike and I have been friends on Facebook for a good long while. It's just so hard to tell because Facebook being Facebook, Mike's got about a half dozen different accounts, so it's never exactly sure which one it is I'm going to be sending a message to or which one it was that I was friends with first. But I saw some of the stuff that Mike had been doing and listened to him on Austin's show, and I thought, man, that is one cat we got to get over on our show because, again, there's just that similar vibe. So, everybody, welcome Mike LaBrash to the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio. Mike, welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with us this morning. I know it's early.
Dude, honored. Glad. Good morning, everybody.
Mike, awesome to have you, man.
Dude, just wanted to say, yeah, about Austin's accident. It's kind of like a little lesson for parents, too. I have 3 daughters, and sometimes, no matter how much we tell our kids something, you know, we can tell them a million times till we're blue in the face, and they just won't appreciate it until they experience it themselves. And that's something that we went through, too, as kids. So I'm just so glad everybody's okay. But a life lesson sometimes have to be firsthand experience.
Yeah, my goal in life is to not have my son, you know, because with me, of course, I had to do everything. I learned it all the hard way. My parents tried telling me, it's like, man, you don't know shit. And then it's like, man, you knew everything when you like realize when you're older.
Get smarter like, as you get older.
If only I listened to my parents the first time around, I wouldn't. Well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have. You know what? Now that I think about it, I was supposed to go through all this stuff, so it was good that I didn't listen to them. But it needs to happen. Like my boys need to listen to me.
That's how we feel as dads, for sure. We're like, you're gonna do what I tell you. I've already been through it.
We can do it better. We're special. That's not gonna happen to us.
I got other people telling me, wait till he becomes a teenager, then you won't know shit. You won't know nothing. You won't mean nothing.
Yeah, we got to be close with our kids, man. I don't want that with my daughters. I want to be as close as possible the whole way through.
I will say that I never really had that with my son. He's 20 now, so I managed to navigate his entire teenage years without him telling me that he hated me once. We've never gotten in an argument. We've never exchanged angry words. I've never had to yell at him. He's really super well behaved. He's an intelligent kid. He's smart. He's a hard worker. I've never had a single issue.
Speaking of dads and stuff, I got a really awesome vibe from that picture you posted, Austin, of your dad. What a cool looking guy.
Yeah, my dad, he was a great guy. I mean, he wasn't the best of dads. But you know, we really we fixed our a lot of issues we had in our relationship, and we mended all those wounds and really reestablished a better relationship before he passed away. But I do use that as an example to be a better dad, you know, like and then, you know, like what you just said, Josh, I feel like that's going to be the same thing with me and my boys, because I feel like we have a really good relationship. And my son, he's very smart, you know, and I don't know, I just don't feel like when he becomes a teenager, he's going to go through that phase where everyone says, oh, they won't listen to you and you won't mean shit to them. Not my family. Like, you know, we're homeschooling and, you know, we just got this bond, you know, and I sit down and try to communicate with them. Like I even get to eye level, like my little 2-year-old, I'll squat all the way down to the floor and get eye level right there. And like, hey man, you know, like even my 2-year-old, you know, so it's, you know, I hope a really promising future for my boys with all the craziness going on. It's just, you want to try to give them all the tools and wisdom you can to navigate this realm, you know. My goal is to stay here as long as possible for that, you know, and then my job will be done.
Well, that's
parents
awesome.
Rule, man. There's no handbook, and you just got to go with the flow, take the experiences you had from your life and do the best you can, man. You're going to be a great dad.
My mom, growing up, my sisters would always ask her, and me too, you know, where'd you learn how to do that? Because we were I don't know. My mom always taught us to ask a lot of questions. And her big answer was always mommy school. Oh, I learned that at mommy school. I've been telling my mom to write a book for the last 20 years called Mommy School. Just to help out some of these younger parents that didn't have awesome parents like some of us did, you know? I
That's a
mean,
good idea.
yeah, I've been telling her to write it for so long.
There's
And
no classes to be a parent, bro.
no, there aren't. All the little, I mean, there's lots of books out there, but there's, you know, so many different situations.
That's a great idea.
But yeah, she was going to call it Mommy School, you know, and you just learn all the little things about being a mom, just all the little
mom hacks,
tricks of the trade. Yeah, the hacks. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, they are hacks, aren't they? My wife be hacking that whole system up.
Hey, so I didn't notice this cool little green screen thing. Who's up here in the top with me? Is that you, Josh? Or is that you?
That's the together mode. Should be
Cool.
Austin and I and you, everybody there on the anybody with their cameras on.
It's showing me and Mike on
oh, that's because I turned my camera off. No, I didn't.
On YouTube.
Can you high five me? Like, damn. See me?
See, that's because I switched the together mode off. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Oh. That's good.
That's great. So, last week, might have been the week before, but I told everybody that there was that they should definitely make sure that they are still subscribed to Iron Realm Media and that they hit the little bell notification because there was going to be something popping off. No notice. It was just going to happen as by design. And I got the call this weekend, and on Sunday night, it happened. And it was a great conversation. This was
that was awesome, man. I enjoyed that conversation. That was great.
Yeah, that was super powerful. I really did Brendan, and to hear all the shit that he's had to go through just because
crazy, dude.
Of this.
That was crazy.
Man.
If you didn't hear his story, I mean, I was just I was laying there in bed because it was on a little bit later.
I know what you guys are talking about.
And man, just the stuff that he's, like you said, gone through over the last couple years has just been insane.
Yeah,
it's like stuff out of a movie. It sounded like he was going through a movie script. Seriously. That guy has had one wild ride. I didn't even know it was him when I saw him sitting there.
It's a baby face.
I had to that wasn't the Brendan Daly that I knew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The wild man with the big red beard and, you know, the tattoos and the mohawk and all that stuff going on. And then, yeah, he definitely had a major shift in his life for sure. But he got through it, you know. So yeah, if you didn't see that, go back and check out. What was that, Sunday night, right?
It was Sunday night, yeah. It just labeled it The Rise and Fall, featuring Brendan Daly. It's I really don't know how to describe it. He was talking about, this rock band that basically decided to start stalking him, sort of, because they just didn't like his view of what he thought the earth was.
The psychological power that has is so strange.
It really is.
People want stuff to death.
So they showed up at his house with a film crew. And they rented out the garage port sort of across the way, just right next to his house. It might have been his, a shared thing, something. I'm not exactly sure, but they filmed a music video right in front of his house. And there was 400 people out there. And there were people streaming live, and the band was streaming live, talking about how they're going to come get him, going to come kill him, and everybody's got guns, and Brendan's freaking out.
Gosh.
He's got his bulletproof
Bro,
vest
that
on.
mob mentality is one of the scariest things I've ever had to experience in this realm. Mob mentality is quite a scary thing.
Yup.
That is the only thing that the elites fear.
I fear it.
Well, yeah.
Everyone should fear.
Yeah,
You can't, when you are out of control, when you have no control, that's fear.
Yeah, no, with good reason. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not scared of the military coming to the door with guns and this and that and blah, blah, blah and all that crap. If, society starts to crumble, I'm more worried about the people down the street.
The people with torches and pitchforks.
Yep.
Yeah, those are the people you have
Yeah. Yeah. In a world where people are policing themselves and snitching on each other and all that shit, hell yeah, dude. It's those other people, the ones following, digesting all this propaganda and turning, they're creating us as this like enemy. Everything's a division tool. When you got this majority of the population looking at a group of people a certain way, it can, certain situations in a mob mentality. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to any, I'm not big on protests. Like what does that really get done anyways, besides it comes out, forms a bunch of hit pieces after, and I'm not, no.
It reminds me of being at a football game, and like one of the coolest like energy vibes I've ever felt is when the entire crowd gets up and screams all at once. Like you ever feel that?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That fucking shit. It's giving me chills right now just talking about it, but like that's high energy stuff.
DePaul Blue Demon games up in Chicago. They're basketball games. And I was young. I was like 5, 6 years old when we first started going. But I would start the defense chant every time down the court because I wanted to hear people yelling together like that. Go, defense.
It's giving me chills just talking about it.
Yeah, dude, that electricity of all those people.
Electricity.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Bro, I got that too. Where I work, you get that positive energy. Like when the band, we have a lot of good bands, and like so the other night we had like 3,000 people there, bro. It was great. A week before that, we had 5,000 people there. It's a big glow party, and you feel that wave of energy when the whole crowd is into the music, and then they do like a killer drum solo, and you just getting like the whole wave and the energy, and everyone's enjoying. It's like yes, dude, absorb all of that.
How do we know? How do we feel that each other?
And that's why I love my fucking job. I get that energy every time I go to work. Amazing music, a great group of people out there just wanting to have fun and say, fuck all the problems of the world. Let's go and enjoy people's company and enjoy music. And dude, that's what it's all about. And they try to keep people from that and also control the narrative. Like
keeping people from connection is such a huge thing, Austin. Once you understand that, then you can like people are always like, why would they do it? And what's the purpose?
If they
have to keep us separated. Because that's where the mob mentality comes from. Is our energy connected? Is what Zach said. They're scared of the mob mentality, and when we connect, what do you think is going to happen when we love and peace and unity?
Yeah, you're right. I think they fear that even more than the mob. Us coming together and forming
a connection. I think that they're suppressing connection.
Oh, they know, because once we come together with that love and that togetherness,
there's no stopping it.
Well, for them, that's the mob mentality. Then we become the mob, and they're fucked, and they know it.
We're relying on them because of the fear and the disconnection, and we would not need them through peace and love and unity.
I played, I think you've heard my song before, Josh. I played it for you. Yeah, for sure. I played it for you, but I don't play it for many people. And yesterday on the Melodome, I just got inspired by the young gentleman that was there when I jumped on.
Ray?
So my guitar,
It's funny.
So I grabbed my guitar and started playing, but that's one of the lines in my song is, when the meek unite, we're going to win that fight.
Hell yeah, dude.
The elite will all be forced to see the light. They can't earn our respect from their family tree anymore. Once this all comes out and the truth is out there, these people aren't going to be able to ride their parents and grandparents' coattails. Yeah, it's not going to happen anymore. You're going to have to, pick your own fruits for us to be like, hey, this person is worth listening to. I'm not going to listen to you for something that your daddy did. Sorry.
Preaching equality when there isn't any. That's the blindness of everyone. I can't believe that we're out here talking about how men and women are equal when we've got these groups of people who are obviously not treating us equal. And it's right in front of our face as we live it through it every day. It's not like it's something back behind the screens. Like, we see it every day.
Hey, I want to say real quick, speaking of that song you brought on, you brought up, first, I really appreciated that, Zach. That was very cool. And I also want to say that show we did this past Sunday was amazing. Like, what a great group of people that just came on to say hello, and so many talented people. It was such an amazing show. That energy was so great, and
couldn't believe that.
I really appreciate you coming on and sharing that song, man. And just everybody. And if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It was, I say, is what I think is the best Awake and Bake edition that we've had by far. So
when Alex Michael jumped on, my jaw just dropped, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Bro, what?
Go and just jump on any show. I've never seen him just go and be like, hey, there's a line open on this show. I'm going to go jump on and say hi. Never seen
We've been talking ever since. We've been back and forth ever since. He's going to be on the Melodome. I think I'm going to try to get him on this Sunday and hang out and kick it with us the whole show. So.
Yeah, you guys will get along great. That guy is so cool.
But you see what, like you were saying, it's
Scooter's
that
sending him
different
a
energy you're bringing. He wanted to join because of the type of energy you bring to the table, Austin. You gotta keep it going, man, with that. And that's
he vibed with it, man. He
Exactly.
resonated with what we were saying, and that's what I enjoy. And even David Weiss is all up in the chat and involved in it. And
everybody,
like having F Up World Joe come on, and just all these, like, it was just such a great show. And I thank all of you, and everyone's a part of that show. Even the chat sets the tone for the show. So everybody, much love. Thank you so much.
That's good show. We've only got about 2 minutes. We've already blown through that whole first segment.
Damn.
Done. Yeah. Well, on the other side,
I need to get more coffee anyways.
Yeah, me too, desperately. I think I'm over the migraine. My body temperature seems to be regulated. I'm not sweating profusely. I'm not willing my migraine to go away, but somehow I managed to do it. So that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely need more coffee. And on the other side, I do want to talk to Mike a little bit. I want to get to know Mike. 3 girls. Jesus, that's my hat's off to you.
Yeah, he's good peoples, man.
Proverbially.
He's good peoples, that's for sure. Good guy.
So before we get to the break, I got to bring up this article real quick. I know we only got a couple minutes. But
is it space lettuce?
No, this is about First Amendment auditors.
Okay.
Or the state of Michigan has trained 50,000 state employees on how to handle First Amendment auditors.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even like that. That's
wow.
Yeah, I've had about 0.5 seconds of excitement. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed.
Yeah, it's gone now.
How about that's how you treat everybody? This isn't a First Amendment auditor thing. This is a fucking public thing. This is how you treat the public.
I started with First Amendment auditing. That's what got me into truthing. Was the fact, that I got beat up by cops, and then I started watching I went out and did First Amendment auditing myself. Had a 50,000 view YouTube video, but I stopped. But dude, that stuff is wild. If you pay attention to First Amendment auditing, you'll see where the local corruption is.
Uh-huh. Sorry, Zach, go ahead.
No, that was it. The First, it's just crazy that it took this long. I mean, these people have been out here for years. Billions of dollars have been lost in, lawsuit litigation, paid out from the state to private individuals for violating their rights. And yes, it was definitely needed, but shouldn't they have been taught this from the get? Like, these are the laws, So what they're doing is amazing. These First Amendment auditors, nothing but respect. Even the asshole ones. However you want to do it, keep doing it. You guys are doing a great job. Whatever it takes to slap some people in the face to wake up and say, hey, we're not going to put up with this.
That's what it is. That's the
Hey,
putting the foot.
sorry, Mike. Zach, the guy who inspired you to hop on the show and do the song, the guy Ray, who was playing the guitar before you, that's what he does a lot on his channel. He'll go
All right,
and
guys.
do audits. He lives in Massachusetts.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, First Amendment auditing, bro. It's big stuff.
Are we going to hear commercials, Josh?
Doesn't seem like
people
it.
who have balls to stand up and say that we've had enough. That's all First Amendment audits. Hey, fuck you, we've had enough.
Yep. And I get it. It's sort of done under the guise of, well, we just want transparency. I mean, that's not what we want. We want fucking respect. We want to be treated like we give you our authority, not that you give us authority to walk around the building. You don't tell us we can. We're here because it's ours, and we've allowed you to work here. Now, you don't get to come and tell me I can't be here. Fuck off.
The mentality is just like the globe. They have been taught by their higher ups, just like somebody who believes in the globe is taught by school or their parents, and they get taught this certain way. Their sergeant who, comes in and he, before body cameras were a thing, now that body cameras are a thing and people have their own camera, everyone has a camera in their pocket, it's different. And things are changing for the better. But when people knew that they could get away with this crap, why not take advantage of you if I've got a gun and a badge? Why not extort you for money? That's the whole point of the system. It's a business. It's a contract. When you deal with police, it's a literal contract. It's not the way people think that you can just have this sort of conversation. Once you start talking to a cop, you're engaging in business. And every business is a business for profit. So you think about people the cops that sit out there and do speed traps, they're literally there for revenue. They want money for the city. So taking advantage of you and giving everyone a ticket only works in probability for them. If 4 people say I got taken advantage of and 100 people don't, that did get taken advantage of, they still win.
Exactly. We have to hold them accountable.
Yes. 100% of the time. That's why transparency is so important. Because because everything that's public record should be available to the public. When I go and ask for a public record and I want to record my public employees while I'm doing it, that's my right. It's all public. They don't want cameras because they are corrupt. They're going to act, and it's the cops who are in a psychological warfare against citizens, man.
Oh, yeah. They've been
like
ordered to quit using caution tape. So frivolously.
The respect is gone. There is a divide, and the divide is that they need to have control. It's always about control. When a cop shows up, they're going to immediately do me a favor, sit on the curb, go over here. They start handing out directives so that they can gain your psychological control.
So I removed the studio from the call for the commercial break, just so we could keep going and we didn't interrupt the commercials. But I don't think the commercials are playing on TFR either. So I went ahead and threw them back in.
That works out.
Right? So I went ahead and threw them back in. So hopefully...
You want me to sing the commercial? I got them memorized. They're like engraved in my head.
Right?
Extend a bite. I can do it all.
Or one of 10 stories from The Onion.
Yeah.
My name
Yeah, right.
is Ella.
Drink.
And I suffer
From the sheeple
suffering
virus.
from the sheeple virus. Thank you so much.
So I don't know if you know, but Mike is he got some talent, bro. He can put together. The dude makes me laugh all the time. He'll put together these little this is a 5-second, 10-second video, and they're fucking hilarious. They're gold, bro.
I can't believe that I'm getting such good feedback. That blows my mind, man.
Well, it's shit that only people like us would understand. Anybody else would just be like, "What's the point of this? I don't even. What's so funny about this?" You know?
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I said when I was making it. I was like, nobody's gonna think this is funny.
No, man, it's good stuff, bro.
That's great news, man. To make one person laugh, it completes my goal. You know, it really does. I don't need any notoriety from it. I just want to make people smile, and it's for the truther community. Half of it's it's for the truther community to use to wake other people up. But at the same time, it's for the truther community to laugh at the craziness we have to deal with. You go into this rabbit hole. It's like the Matrix is the documentary, and you wake up with the shitty raggy clothes on, and you're in the crappy ship. That's what happens to your awakening. So so wouldn't it be great to have like Mouse follow you around all the time and make you laugh when you got to deal with that?
Yeah, going down these rabbit holes can, I say that also, that I totally agree with that. The same aspect is with like your spirituality work, you're going down these rabbit holes, shit gets like serious and dark, so sometimes you really need to lighten the mood up, and you can get lost in certain things and go down because there's traps along the way, that can get you caught up and send you negativity. You're gonna be a negative person every day, like, oh, the world's gonna end and people are dying.
Yes, that's what I mean.
That's not healthy for you, so it's important.
Right. I feel like it is therapy, exactly. Lift your spirits back up, get a little recharge from some humor, and humor is healthy. Laughing is healthy, and happiness is healthy. And through all this, and through my awakening with the truthing thing, it's like you gotta find the positive through the negative. Yeah, everything that I know is a fucking negative, bro, but it has brought out the absolute positive in me somehow. I don't know how that works. That's things that we can't explain, but it did. I am 1000% a better person because of all the negative crap I learned about somehow.
Well, it serves as the example of how not to be. Like, all right, well, you're the shitheads, so all I got to do is be everything you're not. Okay. Oh, look, I'm a good person now. Funny how that works.
Exactly. Change.
So, Mike, you said you have 3 daughters?
I do. Year-old, 6-year-old, and she's soon to be 5-year-old here, a month or two.
Man, that's a thing.
I'm old. I got kind of lucky that I didn't have it young, and when I wasn't mature enough to do it. I think my kids made me mature. But go ahead. Yeah. What was the question?
How old a guy are you?
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm 39, 40 next September.
Yeah, that's not
too far.
But you're right. That is really a good age. My dad was older when he had his kids, and I guess
I'm lucky. I'm realistic, and I can still be a good dad and not just lazy or work all the time. I'm really blessed that I don't have to work a full-time job. I make good money doing what I do, and I'm trying to do my own thing. So we have a good bond. Like Austin said, that really resonates with me is that my family is close. We always have a family hug. I say I love you fucking 100 times a day. I teach my girls the right morals without and they know it. They're just born. They're good kids, man. I'm really blessed.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. So you married?
We've been together for about 7 years. Just no money to go down to the chapel and do all the marriage stuff. I mean, we just kind of just go with it. We love each other. We know we're going to be together forever. So there's no need to do all the extra stuff unless something. I mean, I don't really see the reason to get actually married on paper, but yes, we are bonded for life.
Yeah, hey, bro, right there with you, bro. Right there with you. All you need is this ring. You don't need the government to sign that motherfucking shit. That's what me and my wife say. Granted, she does want my last name, but yeah.
Yeah, nah. and I don't like having the last name thing, and I don't see the reason I have 3 girls is I wanted a boy. I'm the last LaBrash. And I guess it's gonna stay that way because I got 3 girls. So that's a sad thing in my path. like I said, you got to find the negative. I mean, the positive in every so-called negative. I don't even see negative anymore.
Yep. It's either positive or just not positive.
I don't deal with it. I swerve around it if it's not positive. I'm like, okay, see you later.
Or you just go strolling in. How can I make this shit positive?
Well, yeah, that would make sense because you're so positive, you know.
That's waking people up. That is kind of what I do now. And Alex Michael is the reason that I found purpose in life.
That's awesome.
But like the first time I saw one of his videos, Flat Earth Man, and you listen to the words and you're like, holy shit, that's me. You know, and I'm sure that happens to anyone who wants, you know, any truth that listens to that. But throughout listening to that song, you know, it woke me up to the fact that why would someone waste their talent? And he's out here speaking on this subject that nobody's gonna fucking like, and everybody's gonna give him crap. And he came out with that one song, you know, I don't want to talk about NASA no more, because and to me, I don't know, I didn't talk to him about it, but for me, that seems like he had a family issue there. And talking to him, you know, when he was on the show Sunday, talking about how his family don't want to hear what he has to say, and we all have to deal with it. My dad don't want to hear what I have to say. So it's really, he resonates, his story resonates with me, and his songs got to me to let me know that it's okay to be who you are. You don't need the validation from family members. All you need to do is find out who you are, find your purpose in life, and if your purpose in life can help other people, then fucking right, man. I mean, like, I am just so blown away that I can go out and make these little memes. I think I couldn't wait to talk to you too, because I think making memes, people are going to be like, that's not that important. What is making memes? Why? Who cares that guy makes memes? Like, that's not my job, and that's not my purpose in life, right? It's not memes, but what the memes do is that I want to help people understand that they've been lied to and deceived. That's my purpose in life. I feel like. So this allows me to bring my creation to the table and my communication. Some people communicate through music, some people communicate through books, whatever. This is my communication. This is the way I see fit to do it, and it's got my own style and personality in it.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I do dig.
And that's how you have to be. You know, when I was first making videos and stuff, I was trying to make videos for people, you know, like almost for like flat earthers. I don't know how to say this.
I feel you.
But then I started making them more or less for me. You know, instead of just getting the information out there, I started putting a little bit more intention into the videos and took some more time to make them. And it's almost true. The more time you put into something, it's like the more of yourself you put into it. And I think people resonate with that a lot. Even if it looks like crap to you, it's almost like the intent that you put into it shines through. I've noticed that the videos I've taken the longest amount of time to make and really put a lot of effort into were really received really well, even though the information wasn't all that new or anything. I've said it, you know, in 10 other videos, but all those other videos, it was just me sitting in front of a camera talking and then turning the button off and then uploading it. To where the videos I put a lot of time into, I'd take 3 weeks. You know, it'd take me a week to write it because of all the different editing. I'd share it with a bunch of people and then get their feedback and edit it and this and that, and then take 2 weeks to do the video editing. And it would get thousands of views right away. Even though the information wasn't all that spectacular, it was that intent, I think, that people really respond to. And I think that's why Alex Michael is so amazing, because you can tell that he's doing it not for money, but just because he wants people to
listen to him.
Yeah.
I could listen to him talk all day because you can hear the clear intention, you know, and it's so peaceful to meet other people or to hear other people speak in that manner. What a great dude.
What were you gonna say, Austin?
None. I just got a strike on YouTube. They just striked me.
For what?
For
Not the Sunday show.
oh man, dude, they strike me with a couple. Oh my god. Damn, dude. All right. They got me for and a really old episode, the 9th episode.
Way back.
And which is called The Globe is Dead. and then they just got me for the episode 34, which was the post-game smoke sesh Flattoberfest. It was the first live stream back home after Flattoberfest. Medical misinformation.
Speaking about medical misinformation, there is a guy in either the Senate or the Congress that is attacking YouTube right now for censoring medical information by a doctor from Stanford. This guy's a professor, a doctor, he teaches at Stanford. He's got a doctorate in medicine, got his PhD, all that, he's got all the credentials and everything. But because he doesn't follow the mainstream narrative, YouTube has been striking his videos down. And yeah, they're actually bringing this to light in front of Congress, saying, how can they do this? And calling it medical information when it's coming from a medical doctor who's, studying this stuff and just giving his opinion on the topic. So that's interesting that they're hitting you with medical information, and they're hitting normies, I guess, if you'd call them a normie, but accredited doctors that are just speaking their mind about this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's just a flu, guys. Let's settle down. We don't need to shut all this stuff down.
That has raised some red flags, definitely, for a lot of normies. Because it is all that all this censoring is like poured over into normal population. When these people are just talking, they're coming up with their own conclusion, and they put it up on Facebook, and then they strike them. It's like, wait a minute. It's like, motherfucker, I'm a doctor. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And I love that because it just shows that, they've been censoring Flat Earth openly for years now. So what was it, 2017? Congress, the head of YouTube told Congress, yeah, we're going to start censoring Flat Earth. Openly use those words, Flat Earth.
So you're going to put a little box at the bottom of the video that says the Earth is not flat.
Mm-hmm. So now they're censoring, real information from real people, right? And the normies are seeing that, and they're going to eventually, hopefully, that'll click, and people will be like, wait a minute, why were they censoring Flat Earth videos? Are those people onto something, maybe? So, yeah, I think they overstepped this big time, Austin. I think them censoring normal people just for is really backfiring on them a lot.
You're in my head. The best word is backfire. I mean, humans are resilient, and we just figure shit out. Like, I was thinking about it the other day. When you censor words and you tell us not to use words and I can't type certain words in, then what does that make me do if I really want to say that word? I'm just going to figure out another way to say it. I'm going to put a space in it. I'm going to make up new shit. So literally all you're doing is making my brain trigger, right? You're making me smarter. I'm figuring out the puzzle. And I think it's backfiring because humans are resilient.
Did you see they're trying to blame young heart attacks on cannabis?
Yeah, talked about that.
And this is why it's going to have to start getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous as these younger cases start popping up and more things start going wrong. They're going to have to try to explain it by any means other than these are the vaccines we forced you to get. Sorry. So yeah, it's the cannabis. I guess these kids must be causing heart problems because
we don't teach these kids to see through the propaganda. If we don't explain what propaganda is, then they're doomed. Because the technology now with augmented reality, live video editing, they're doomed. They're so susceptible to this crap because their head's in their phone from the day they're born. They believe everything they see and hear. And if we don't teach them that what they are looking at is just a fucking piece of glass, they're doomed.
Yeah, I wonder if that's in any of our school books or anything like that, that the Smith-Mundt Act was removed from our law. The fact that the government is allowed to lie to you and use propaganda to control your mind is legal now.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
And that's not new. That's Barack Obama did this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He removed the Smith-Mundt Act, which said this was because of the Nazis. And what's his name? Who wrote propaganda? Bernays. Edward Bernays. Yeah, and now it's legal again. So when people ask you why would they lie, it's like, motherfucker, they're telling you they're lying to you.
Not only are they telling you they're lying, it's working. They're lying because it works, man, and it's easy to control the mass.
Hey, I got a question. It's telling me I'm like banned for a week, but then it says it expires February 21st.
Where?
Oh, they did that to Bob too. They just did that to Bob, where they gave him a week ban, but it says 3 months, and he hasn't been able to put up 24/7 in over a week.
Damn, dog, they really fucked my shit up with that.
You're not allowed to talk about anything, man. Fuck YouTube.
That's some fuckery. And it's on a video that I edited, that I took down, edited to take out the shit that they don't like, right? And put it back up. So I only put back up 50 minutes of a 3-hour episode, and they still struck it.
Wow.
And now I can't even go live for the Melodome for 3 months because of that bullshit.
We're moving into this social credit system. If a couple people who believe in the globe come by and tag your video, it's like, boom, they take it down. It's ridiculous. But like I said, I think all this is going to backfire in the end. Your video is going to be part of the system that people are going to want to know why it got taken down or why it's strike or why it's, removed. I think it's going to backfire in the end.
Yeah, we'll have to. You'll have to start doing them on either Christian's channel or start another channel, and we'll start promoting the hell out of it.
Right.
Yeah, how do I make another channel?
I don't know. I've never had more than one. I'm not sure.
So you just use basically another email address. Just do melodomepodcast@gmail.com. And then when you set it up, you can actually link it sort of to the original channel.
Say, don't anything back to your original one, because then it's like block you.
Well, it's it's called an affiliate. It's like an affiliate channel, I think. So it's not necessarily like a link, but more of an affiliation. I don't. This was a while back. I was fucking around, and I've got a couple of channels that are linked for some ungodly reason. I just know that it can be done. I've got 2 separate emails that sort of operate under the same YouTube account, so I can choose which YouTube account I'm using under that main affiliate. I don't know. It's fucking goofy.
Those little cocksuckers. Excuse my language.
Yeah, Josh, no homo. Dude, you have the radio voice.
No.
Everybody says that. I've always been accused of
have
mumbling.
The absolute toast voice.
I appreciate that. I always think I mumble. I talk too fast. I don't get my words out quite as eloquently as I'd like. I have to stop and choose my words carefully. And it seems like maybe a little gummed up in there with hops and bong water.
Yeah, it's hard to get words in here when Walt and I are rambling on so much all the time.
I'm a rambler, obviously.
I'm just surprised I feel better. I really didn't think I would. I was trying to figure out how I could maybe come in here and get the show started and then just go lay on the bathroom floor and vomit for a couple hours so I could get up just long enough to kill the stream again and let you guys do your thing. Figured Zach could be able to handle it. I said, nope. How about I just try to just keep going and we'll see how long I can go before I vomit here on the floor of my studio. And so far, so good. I think I've beat it.
And I want to hear you say.
Oh, it's gross. It comes from my toes. I mean, it's a whole body convulsion.
Deep one.
So when are you having Jeremy from I Want to Know More on?
Who, me?
Austin.
Austin.
Whoa, my mic's hot or something. Well, I was planning December 8th, but I don't know now. December 8th, though, is the plan. It's going to be with Josh at the same time with Josh, Breaking the Chains of Addiction Volume 2, just December 8th, 7 p.m. Eastern. I talked to Jeremy a couple times a week. We got each other's phone number. He's a really good guy. And I think he would vibe great with you guys.
I know he would. I'm pretty sure the same thing, just like I thought with Mike. I've actually reached out to Jeremy as well. That's why I wasn't sure if Zach was talking to me, because Jeremy and I have exchanged messages about just that very thing, having him come on.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just a matter of time, because I think he would vibe real well over here too.
Before you move on, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Go, man, go.
Austin, with that Breaking the Chains title and your Melodome title, I just think those are both ingenious, and I just wanted to give you props on the titles, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Good, like not trigger word or whatever, but just like powerful words and powerful titles.
Well, that's what resonated with me the most, because to me, that's what I visualize in my head. They're literal chains that are strapped over your back and keeping you stuck. It's like you're in a glass box and you can see your way out, but you ain't getting out. It's a trap. And you got to break those chains. You got to, layers. You got to, you can't do it all at once. It takes a day at a time. That's for sure.
And I'm right there with you, man. Like I said, I'm to know a little bit more about me, Josh. I'm 3 years sober off of alcohol. I'm a year with no cigarettes. So my life, like I said, I've been through that. I've hit my spiritual awakening. I'm on to the truth thing. And how am I going to be a truther if I'm putting poison in my body? I see things differently. I act differently, and I am different. It's wild.
That's amazing. Congratulations. 3 years. That's no joke.
Thanks. No one would have called it. I promise you, I'm not the guy. No one would have said, pick me out of 100 people. Mike's not the one that's going to get sober, change his life around, be a great dad, be a husband, to help people. I'm helping people constantly. I wish I could tell you. And I'm not looking for a high five. I'm just saying, like, that's what I wanted to do. And now I can. It's so amazing.
Awesome feeling?
It's fucking, it just makes you want to explode, dude. Loving life.
I know there's a lot of awesome people out there, but I can tell that you feel the same way I do about helping people. It's not because you want a high five or this or that, or, you don't. I fight with
and I'm
my
just talking because we're on the show. I'm talking about. I don't talk to people about this. So this is so
me
good
neither.
that I can dance, man.
But you can tell that you get that same joy from helping somebody.
Absolutely.
It's like my new addiction, my new drug.
Right. I replaced it.
Yeah. Once I got rid of all that other stuff, because I used to have trouble with alcohol too and things like that. And once I got rid of that,
you had to help yourself first, Zach.
Yeah, exactly. You do. You have to be, of sound wit. And
100. You have to be 1,000, not 100. You got to be above 100. You got to be above and rise above the level of consciousness, man. And that's what your show is doing, Austin, to you and Christian. You guys are making this ascension. You understand? And that's what I did. And as I rose up above my old person.
Yeah, man. I'm right there with you. I definitely agree with you on that. And I feel that. That transmutation, like the way Josh said the other night, we're fucking alchemists, man. Just, we're transmutating all of our negatives and then just throwing it back out, Dragon Ball Z style, like into the world, like flipping it on its script,
So much of me getting to this point has been part of my my mental defects stem from sort of not having a safe place to be able to vent emotions, or not being able to really identify what my emotions are. What is it? Why am I so pissed off? Holy shit, I just totally forgot where I was going with this.
I think that's so much more important though, is figuring out why it's happening. When you look inward, that inner journey was the most difficult part, to say, what am I doing this for? Why am I acting upon this way? Why am I treating myself like this? God, that shit is eye-opening when you figure it out.
Well, it took me so long. So I would just bury it.
Patience.
I would eat the shit, and I would allow people to treat me like shit because I was just so insecure that I just needed to have somebody there. And if they were willing to put up with me, then hey, that was good enough. So I would let them treat me like shit, and I would eat it, and I would eat it, and I would eat it until I sort of had this spiritual awakening. And I decided, you know what, I just need to be a better person in general. And so when I started to make these changes, that was one of the things I realized. I can take a lot of that negative shit. I can take a lot of it because I've spent a lot of time taking it. I'm well practiced.
Understanding what you're saying, and I went through that too.
And so now we've got this heart, so we can still eat that shit. We can still take that shit with a smile, but now we can transmute it. Now, once we eat it, it's not rotting inside of us like it used to. It's not perpetuating all of this negativity and all of this addiction and addictive personality. Now we take it and we're like, yep, I know what you are, motherfucker, and I got power over you, and you ain't doing shit to me. In fact, I'm just going to fuck you up, and you're going to come back out in a positive way. I'm just going to transmute you. And that's what's great, is because I can absorb a whole lot of negative energy from a whole lot of people, and it's gone. It's not going anywhere else. I'm not passing it on to anybody. I'm not ruining anybody else's day. I just take it, I eat it, swallow it, and I will shit out a rainbow.
I'm holding your hand, dude. I can't believe that. That's how I feel.
Although I will say this, I was gonna maybe try to hold off to the 8th, but I'm not. This is again just sort of I don't know that I've necessarily broken all my chains of addiction. Sure, it's a plant, and I definitely use it for medicinal reasons. But every once in a while, I run out of medicine.
Is it medicine? Do you need it?
I don't know. I mean,
what is medicine?
Well, what is, you have to ask your question then, what is medicine? To me, medicine is food. Medicine is just sustenance.
Right. I was just going there, Zach. That's exactly where I was going.
See, I smoke cannabis for a couple different reasons. It allows me to tolerate a lot more. But I also smoke it as soon as I found out that, you know, this is the reason that you're able to see through propaganda. I mean, there's been so many doctors and scientists that have done studies on this, that propaganda done by subliminal messages and things like that are on our television, on the radio all the time, surrounding us everywhere we go, don't work on you. For some reason, you can see through it. Don't ask me why, but people who smoke cannabis regularly tend to not buy into it.
The Truth Frequency Radio Network.
All right. I guess commercials are back up.
Truth Frequency Radio.
It's funny that you keep mentioning that. Ties back to Alex. That's what he said Sunday. Like, you know, these people that mind control that smoke. Going for a coffee refill, boys. I'll be right back.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there. but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard, to think really hard, to think really hard, to think really hard.
Daly. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I think we're all just a little bit out of bubblegum. We've had all we can stand. Can't stand no more. Shout out there to Tommy, that flat fella, for the super chat. And welcome back to the Ironworx. Right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Awesome Austin hanging out with us. Michael Brash going to get some coffee. Zach's hanging out here. Walter's preparing or recovering from. And I am, I don't know, still in some sort of weird limbo.
In limbo.
There's lots
How
of us.
low can you go?
Lots of limbo boys and girls all around the limbo world.
Ha 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 ha.
Shout out to JP there in chat. Shout out to Jeremy. I want to know more, whose ears must have been on fire because we were just talking him up so much. And there he is in chat.
So I just made a new channel, Melodome, ! At the end of Melodome.
I'm subbing right now.
Yeah, I'll drop a link here in a minute.
Oh, then I'll just wait for the link instead of
Yeah.
having to try to search.
Yeah, I'll drop it here in a second.
Yeah, we'll get this out there to a bunch of people, and they'll just throw up a, we'll share it with everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you guys, man, you guys are doing such great work that I could see it growing real quick. You guys grew real quick right off the get. I mean,
Yeah, man.
So many people just love the vibe you and Christian have over there. It's really, it feels like home. It really does.
You know what? I really appreciate that. That's exactly what we want, man. And I'm loving every bit of it. I made a little shout out to all the people that were been watching and supporting the show, and all the fans of the show. I made a little video, a shout out to everybody, and I try to keep it as genuine as possible. It's just, this whole experience has just been really great, and I enjoy every bit of it, as much as anybody else. This is, it's a real, I don't know, it's quite an adventure, man,
Well, your guys' passion really shines through. It really does. And I think that's what really grabs people the most.
Thank you.
Christian is amazing with the songs and everything that you guys are doing. Your presentation is awesome, man. The way do you use Restream?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I used because I could get it. Like OBS and all that stuff was so tricky. You had to be like tech savvy somewhat.
I'm learning it. And
I hear it's hard.
It's hard, man. I'm so uncomfortable with it.
I tried it a couple times and I either wasn't hearing the video I was playing or wasn't hearing me talk and all this stuff. And I was like, scratch that. But yeah, everything you guys are doing over there is just going so well, man. I don't want to say proud, but I am. I'm proud of you guys. You guys are, representing. And
thank you. Hey, Josh, you give me a wrench so I can drop the link?
Absolutely. I was trying to give Vivi a link too, so she could share Rebel TV's link, because I went to go look and there's about 45 different Rebel TVs, so I wasn't sure which one I was looking for. Let me just figure out how to get actually to the stream with my actual channel. I've got to do it on my phone. Ought not be this hard.
Now, Rebel TV, that's the guy who's been covering a lot of First Amendment audits and stuff like that lately. I know he has a much bigger channel, but I don't know if that got struck or something like that. He's been a truther for years and years and years. If this is the guy, let me make sure I'm even talking about the right guy. I can see his face. He's got long hair, gray beard.
Real good question.
Ringing. Oh no, I'm thinking of the guy who started the Here's the Deal channel.
High Impact Flicks.
High Impact Flicks. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. So no, this must be somebody different. Cool. So what does this guy do?
Vivian Chat was posting about him, so I was going to head over to his channel and check it out and see. But again, there were just so many of them that it was I wasn't sure which one. But I think Liz found it, and as soon as I can figure out how to get to, you would think I'd go onto my channel and it would tell me, "Hey, this is what you're doing right now." But nope. There we go. Some bullshit. All right.
Rebel TV. I will check them out. Yeah, there's a lot of new people. It's so cool seeing this happen. Shows like, because Austin, how long have you guys been doing your show? Less than
we started right after Solar Return.
Yeah, so geez, just over 6 months, 7, 8 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of these coming out now. It's how long were you into Flat Earth before you decided to do a show?
Like a little over 2 years, I guess. Almost 3 years.
Yeah, it took me about 1.5 years. And I made my first.
It took 1.5 years to be like, okay, Earth is flat, post. Like,
right, the first one.
It took a long time, like, post, oh my gosh, and then waiting for that first comment is like, oh my god, they're gonna destroy me.
Losing a bunch of friends that day, I remember.
Oh my gosh, dude, I lost. I already didn't have any friends, but the Facebook friends, it like sealed the deal. It was like, man, I knew drugs fucked you up.
Hilarious.
No, but to be a part of that show, Austin, I wanted to quickly say I'm definitely honored, and I feel like I'm a part of history now, and that's epic as shit. So because definitely what you have is unique and original. Nobody's going to be able to recreate that. As long as you guys keep the energy and vibe you have going, and your little connection that you have, that's unique. Like I was saying to you before, it's like the MTV show Rob and Big. Like you see these two opposites, and they fucking best friends, So you just keep that going, man, and you got something huge.
Hell yeah, thank you, man. I'm obviously something, because as soon as I got 1,000 subs, they gave me a strike. And they're not even telling me they're not even giving me a segment of the video or anything.
That's what Bob
said
they did to him.
It's gonna teach you about how to get around it and how to deal with it, and you're gonna be a badass because of it. You're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn the game.
I know Voynich just popped up in chat. Good to see you with the name Voynich there, man.
Much love, boy.
4 of his channels. Wasn't it all on the same day?
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah. They all at the same time. And I just got an email from them. I didn't read it, but they changed some of the guidelines up. And then now all this is happening, like you said, what they did the Globebusters, and it's.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't wait.
I mean, they're bringing this up in the Senate now. This isn't just conspiracy fringe theory stuff. Stanford professor, doctor, lawyer, you got all these degrees, and they're censoring his videos.
I'm waiting for Rockfin to respond to me.
Me too. I went ahead and reapplied just using Globebuster's name in hopes that maybe his email and my request will meet somewhere in the middle.
Yep, I did too. So only time will tell on that one.
But if you are
it would be nice to be somewhere where you can just speak freely, the show's over, and you can walk away. You don't gotta take it down, edit it, flip it, throw it back up, and then that's
smack it up, flip it, and rub it down.
Cool. Say that it's cringy to hear you have to say, "Oh, there should be a place where I can speak freely." That's what the First Amendment auditing is. That's the start of your locality. It's a low-end deal of that same mentality. We need to be able to speak freely. There's no fucking free speech zone. I could say whatever the hell I want, where I want, when I want.
That's right.
Yeah, I just saw a video yesterday. It wasn't even a First Amendment auditor. The guy was walking down the street singing.
That was nuts.
Just walking down the street singing. And they arrested him for it.
Yep.
That is bullshit.
And then he's like, well, they were going to take it to trial. He wanted to take it to trial. And like the day before he was supposed to go to trial, the prosecuting attorney amended the charges to a misdemeanor. So then it only goes to the judge. So they denied him basically his right to trial in front of his peers by amending the charges to something that might have stuck better. But they didn't have to go in front of an actual trial jury to fucking get pissed on for doing some stupid shit like that. I mean, it's not like.
All right, guys, I just dropped my link. Whoa, sorry.
No, you're fine. Then it might be Skype too. Skype can be a little wonky.
These little street signs down at the beach that have the little asterisk symbols, the dot, and says no cursing, and the sign around it. And it's like,
hey guys, if anybody, Tommy in the chat, you share my channel link around for me, brother. I appreciate that.
I'm just seeing in the chat that Flat Fellows channel gone.
What?
Have us our first strike and we couldn't post, and while down we got 2 more. Channel gone.
Oh yeah, he was talking about the show that he was doing. Man, I'm drawing a blank. I wish I remember the title of the show, but it was such a great show, guys. It was him and this girl, and they were getting like hella good views in live. And dude, I watched that channel. I watched that show get destroyed by YouTube. What they did, and they were putting out some gravy all the time, man. I'm telling you, Tommy, he's a wealth of knowledge, dude. What a great guy. I'm so excited for this show coming up, which is still happening, guys. Wednesday, just on a different channel. So, but yeah, he's a great guy.
See, and it'd be nice if, the truth community had a place, but at the same time, if we were all somewhere together, we wouldn't be reaching as many new people.
Right.
So I think this is an important fight to keep fighting here, but we
have to keep a presence here.
Yeah, presence. We don't have to, die here. This isn't the last hill to stand on.
Right.
But it is important to keep plugging away here, at least for now, until some more of these normies wake up.
Reach more people a different way.
And here's another thing. We don't need to talk about fucking COVID every fucking day. We already understand what's going on. There's so many other things that's going on in this world. I understand that this is a big deception, but at this point, you're either going to get it or you're not. And the people who get it, I think, are at this point already past that. I'm done talking about this shit. We know what's going on here. It's done. It's a farce. So let's just I really need to go back to my journey, my truth-seeking path. I'm ready for that again. And that's why I'm making like the show with Tommy and then having Cammy on. I don't care about that other crap no more, And I'm not here to try to wake people up. I'm here to put a spark in the people who don't know they're fucking sleeping lions. And you say one thing and they're like, whoa, I resonate with that so much. Let me follow them to these other platforms. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to do. It's for me, it's at that point, you know, but we definitely need to keep a presence on these other platforms. We can't just not say no. Like, as for me, where else will I go? You know, I don't have the options to go. I could go to Twitch where only one person watches me. I go to D Live where only one person watches me. I'm going to keep streaming on Facebook where 3 people watch me. You know, I go to Odyssey where nobody watches the live stream. Nobody, because I can't figure out how to change the fucking title during the live stream. You know, so
welcome to my world. Fucking right.
Right. You know, it is what it is though, but I'll definitely keep fighting to keep getting this out here. It's bullshit, man. It's complete. It's very obvious. People should be seeing what's going on by now. People should be very angry. And if they're not at this point, then those people, you know, they're not even, I'm not even interested in them. You know, they can move it along. You know, they're not going to enjoy our show.
Idea for some videos for people whose channels have been taken down and you need an idea for a new video. Somebody needs to do a video on all these channels that have been taken down. Reach out to these people and even, you know, do just not an interview, but just get some information about, yeah, you know, like you said, you removed all the parts they told you it was struck for, and then they struck it again. Things like that. That stuff needs to get out there. Normies need to hear all this stuff, and then maybe even throw in the little clip about the guy in Congress talking about a doctor on YouTube getting censored for talking about how masks, there is no viable reason for children to be wearing masks at all. There's no health benefit at all. That's what he was talking about. And they took down his video. So yeah, these things need to be heard by normies. Not just our stories, but multiple stories all at once. You know, when you hit them with a bunch of facts all at once from a bunch of different sources, it kind of drives that point home a little bit more. So yes, you know, somebody needs to go and reach out to all the people that have been struck, you know, for no reason, or try to amend being struck and then still got struck again. Just throwing it out there. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm just trying to make sure I get the new channel spread around.
Yeah, I'm already subbed to Mellow Dome. Mellow Dome. That's how I'm going to start saying it now. I love that exclamation point. That might be the kicker that gets you 50,000.
You know what?
I
took the exclamation mark away just because of that. I'm like, wait, why am I screaming Mellow Dome? But maybe I should just put the exclamation mark back.
Right? Like Braveheart style. Mellow Dome!
Yeah, dude. That's how I feel right now. It really has my blood boiling right
That's
now.
what it is. You gotta put in the feeling of it.
Like, this is really kind of pissed me off. Like, I'm, you know, and it's like when it rains, it pours. We get in a car they get in a car accident yesterday, the car's totaled, and then they taken my channel down. It's like, and then what you were saying, Mike, how, you know, it is like a roller coaster. You get all these highs, and then there's a little setback, a little low, a little dip. You know, it's like life is balancing itself out. So, you know, I've been on an incline. It's just a little dip. And it ain't nothing but a thing. I'm gonna go right back up. You know, little setback. Nothing to trip about.
Positive in the so-called negative is my new shit.
Transmutating, bitch.
And that's what's great.
Boom, dude.
It's these labors of love that it's sort of like once that decision is solidified in your brain, then it doesn't really matter what else happens. So it's like this show. You would think after 5 years we might have more than 3,000 subs. But it doesn't matter because we're going to do it regardless. We were doing it for a full year before we hit the live button. So don't think that just because we only have 3,000 subs now that it's going to somehow deter us from doing what we're doing. Right? It's a labor of love. It happens regardless.
Waking people, what you're doing, man, it's going to start out slow. That's the whole point. If you look at the way that the system is built, we are a small community. It's so tiny that to reach everyone is so difficult. You know, we're spread all over the world, and in some countries they're not able to get on the internet, and some, you know, it's like we're the censorship, you know, basically it's making it really difficult.
Well, I'm at the point where I am thankful that we're so small. We had trolls this morning. It's probably from Sunday night.
Oh, that was so weird.
It's probably from Sunday. It's probably left over from Brendan, if I were to guess.
I was gonna blame Mike, but you can say that. You guys aren't a small channel, though. You know, you guys aren't small. You're a big channel. That's a lot of followers. You should be proud of that. That's a lot of people.
It's not pride necessarily that I feel.
Right.
It's,
well, you know.
Well, no, right. I know it might even be pride that those 3,000 people would even like us enough to subscribe. It says a lot about us, I think, because well, just look in chat. The people that come here are so friggin' smart. I mean, I absolutely love the people that listen to us, that watch us, that appreciate us. I don't know that I would. Well, I tried to go back and listen to that thing I did with Brendan, and I couldn't do it. I made 30 minutes, and I had to turn it off because I wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, why am I talking so fucking much? Just shut up and let Brendan do his thing. And I had to think that
I do the same
fourth
thing,
time,
man.
I'm like, fuck it, I'm done.
I do the same thing with my shows. I'm like, man, why am I saying this? Like, I don't even go back and listen anymore. There's only a couple I'll go back and listen to. I can't even stand the sound of my fucking voice, you know. So it's like, oh, how can people watch me? You know?
Yep,
that's amazing, dude. Because you do have a personality, that show personality that people can come in and watch, and that they're excited to come. I can't wait to come holler at you and see what you're going to say on Sundays, man. It's great.
Hell yeah, that's cool. I feel like that with all of you guys. Like right now, I'm on here chilling with you guys. For the longest, I'm listening to you guys in the morning, twice a week, like having my coffee. And it's like, hey, whoa, what's up, bro? I just noticed you. And it's like, I even was talking to my wife about the other day. It's like, it's so cool, babe. Like all these people I was watching, or I'm watching for a while, now I'm on their shows with them. And it's so cool. And I remember telling my wife back in the day, like, man, I can do this. Like, I could totally be on their show right now, kicking it with them. You know, I remember telling my wife about, like, I want to do this, man. I want to do this. And here I am right here chilling with y'all. It's so cool. So I really appreciate you guys, man.
No, I know exactly how you feel. When we had Crow on, it was the same thing. It's like, this is so surreal for having listened to Crow for so long that it was like I wasn't participating in my show because I didn't realize this was my show that I was listening to. It's Crow's voice. I'm going to sit down and listen to what Crow has to say. I'm like, oh shit, this is my show. If I want Crow to talk, I guess I need to talk to him because I can talk to him. I'm on this show with fucking Crow 777. How fucking cool is that? Jason Lingwood. How fucking cool is that? It's been a really cool experience to have met and talked to so many amazing people. And we are a small show, but if you go back and look at some of the things before Crow came on our show, he wasn't a flat earther. He'll tell you the world has been misdescribed, but he had never actually come out and said the earth is.
It might be flat.
Yeah. He did on our show. We've had all.
He doesn't go on a lot of shows. So that says something else. That also says something about you guys, you know.
When he came on at the beginning, you know, when we were getting to meet him, I can give you guys about an hour, this and that, 45 minutes to an hour. So after the first hour, he went and grabbed a drink and sat down for like 2.5 more hours, almost, something like that. It went on forever, dude. It was one of our longest shows.
That's what happened Sunday, or, you know, like the show with Cammie Austin. You just start getting into it, and then it just keeps going.
Yeah, that show with Cammie, I expected to go that long, though. Like, we talked before the show. It's like, this is your opportunity to present that idea in your head that I've been getting little nuggets of for like weeks on, and it's like Bob stops her. It's like, don't stop her. She was on a roll.
So we've
Like,
got
I
about
want
30
that.
seconds. I think we're going to hit the break. And I see Walter has joined us. Good morning, sir. I'm
Love
so
you.
glad you're feeling well enough
Hey
to join.
guys, yeah. Actually, I lay there on the couch. I didn't want to go back in the bed and mess Michelle up, so I lay on the couch with you guys in my head, and my headache is gone. So all right.
That's weird.
Oh yeah.
I'll discuss that on the other side. That just seems a little empathic on my part. We'll be right back. Fourth and final coming up right after these messages.
Extendivite, a 7-herb combination made from garlic, cayenne, hawthorn, bilberry, ginkgo biloba, valerian, and milk thistle. Extendivite feeds our body with the right nutrients to keep us healthy. Just listen to what Arthur has to say.
I was just calling to tell you what a great product you have. I had used this about 10 years ago after I had congestive heart failure. And it fixed me up and got me going for the last 10 years. Lately, I've been having heart trouble again. So I placed another order because this was the only thing that ever worked. And I just wanted to let you know that you have a great product.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey folks, guess what the #1 phrase that Life Change Tea receives by email? You ready? We love this tea. We love this tea. Time after time, week after week, we love this tea. Life Change Tea gives you more energy, a beautiful cleansing, and fulfills its slogan perfectly. The tea that makes you go. So if you want to be on your health game, log on to getthetea.com and order Life Change Super Strength Tea. Packages come in a 1-month supply, and when you brew this stuff, wait until you see the results. Aren't we all about the results? And with a lot of people's health struggling, we can use a little bit of help. Doctors will tell you disease starts in the gut. So log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. Be our next email saying, I love this tea. I love this tea. Get the tea at getthetea.com. Helping America one tea bag at a time.
Dowsing is the ancient science of finding water and metal underground. Albert Einstein said that dowsing was tapping into earth energies which modern science as yet does not understand. Diamonds, silver, gold, and platinum objects have all been found using dowsing. And now, for the first time on film, we visit the pyramids, Stonehenge, and ancient sites, dowsing for buried treasure and tapping into this mysterious earth energy.
The Enigma Channel. Intelligent television for planet Earth. EnigmaTV.com.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
No hate, no hype, no fear. Real people, real radio.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
And welcome back to the fourth and final segment of the Ironworks, kicking off right now, where we have been joined by one Mr. Walter Johnson, or you might know him as Flat Earth Head. They're on the YouTubes. But he's probably still getting coffee, or maybe he's got his camera off. That's why I can't see him. That could be.
Yeah, I just was playing with the cats and getting them off me and etc. Plus the hair and the. But good morning. You guys have been awesome. It's been crazy, some of the stuff I've heard, and I was just kind of scrolling back and catching up on chat. See, a lot of people have been losing channels left and right, it would seem. So, but as you
Truth
said,
Seeker 69 also gone.
Yeah.
Out there.
Second time.
Yep.
I got a question.
Sure.
So it says add account to YouTube. If I add this new channel to my other, will it link it and then also ban that new account I just made? Like if I add,
I wouldn't link it just to be safe.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Well, it's not saying link, but I'm trying to.
But if it's under the same email, I think it might be an issue. I would
It's
just
not
start
under
a
the
whole new
same email. I made a whole new.
Then it should be fine.
I've had a
'Cause
thought.
I've got a channel somewhere floating around that's like 12 years old or whatever from when I was doing karaoke.
Well, I don't. I'm just trying to find a way where
It's
I
on
can
a completely
switch
different
between
email.
the two.
So
I can switch back and forth.
That'll be easy. That's not
Okay.
going to be the problem. YouTube makes that relatively easy, so you can just.
Yeah, they don't mind. They want to give you a chance to get struck on as many channels.
No, they don't.
as they
Voynich is.
No, I'm just kidding.
They told Voynich he's never allowed to have a YouTube channel again.
Wait, what the hell?
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Voynich in chat.
Yeah.
Is there not a
For-
that you can send your
What?
videos like strikes to be pre-edited?
I'm sorry. One more time, Mike.
And they is there not a company you can send your video to kind of like have it edited for pre-strike to like make sure there's no strikes involved and pay a company like Fiverr? You send in your video and they edit it for you.
Well, yeah, YouTube kind of claims they do that for you.
Oh, they'll give you a strike while it's
they do.
private video.
Yeah, they'll tell you that you have copyrighted, even if you don't put it out for public or premiere, you can leave it on private, and they'll tell you right up there if you have any restrictions on your video. But I think what they do is they let you go ahead and put it out because it goes through a little processing thing to where they're supposedly checking for stuff, and then you go and put it out, and then 3-4 months later, then they strike you, and then they strike you on a bunch of them and just take your channel down in that one day. So I don't understand how that's even, they should give you some kind of other warning, like, hey, you need to take this down. Okay, I'll take it down. If you don't, then yeah, I could see them removing your channel. But getting a strike on something they told you was all right with no restrictions on it, I mean, how are you supposed to know?
That's a double standard there.
Yeah, so that's a really good idea. Maybe somebody's starting up a business to where they run it through some kind of YouTube algorithm.
Mad Palm there in chat brings up a fucking.
Hey, Mike,
great
your audio is
point.
terrible. I can't even hear you when you talk, man.
Oh, if I was stepping on your mic, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, Walt. I'm sorry. I just want to let him know I can't even.
How about that?
Oh, that's
Now you sound great.
Radio voice.
But yeah, Mad Palman in chat saying we
boys.
can't say certain words here on this platform, but I'm getting fights and people being killed and all kind of different ways coming through my feed. Yeah, exactly. And it's not even shit I ever watch, ever. So there's no reason for the algorithm to go, oh, he likes this. Let me give him more of these people having wrecks and fucking. And it's like, why is this coming through my feed? I don't want it. I don't request it. I don't look at it. So why is it coming through my fucking feed? Sorry, Walt
I've been getting road rage videos galore out of the blue all of a sudden. It's like, okay, I don't watch these. Why are you showing me 10 of these in your whatever, where they...
Because there's other channels that you watch that are watching that too. Those fucking little caveats at the bottom. Other viewers of this channel also watched, and then they'll just start pumping shit through there. Or they'll
exactly. Oh man, I swear to God, I see these things come through, and then I see all the other truthers on my Facebook that have already commented in it, and I'm thinking to myself, what in the hell? Like they're It's a specific video sent to a specific type of people. Like the algorithm, people aren't like, it's not a person behind a desk doing it. Like they've just programmed the computer to send it to like-minded people or some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't care for the YouTube algorithm, I guess.
Then every time
is that the vibe you're putting out there?
Yeah, I mean, if they don't know me by now, I mean, I've been on YouTube for over a decade now.
They may never know you at all.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't know me by now. That's some old people music for you youngsters out there.
Then they update their terms and services, and they'll just go back to say, you've got 6 years worth of videos. How many of these can we just go ahead and strike with our new rules that we went ahead and put in?
What we put in yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this. You've got 75 views on this one. Community guideline strike. Oh, look. 3,500 community guideline strike. This is fun.
Somebody's just going through with the mouse with a glass of wine. Woohoo!
I love working from home. Click, click.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm imagining right now. Feet propped up, smoking a fucking cig.
So I got some news that I'm kind of.
If nobody has said it yet, Mike, that hat rocks, bro.
Hey, thanks, man.
Sorry, Zach. I had to say it before we were over here because I've been checking it out. It's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I was watching the Ken Wheeler stream last night. And there are quite a few Flat Earth members that like to speak up in his chats.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not calling them crazy anymore. He's not saying the Earth is not flat. He's not saying the Earth is a globe. I heard from his mouth.
He has to know.
Without any joke behind it, that he said he thinks the Earth is shaped like a pancake.
Who said this?
Ken Wheeler.
Get the fuck out.
Peoria Apophius.
Ken Wheeler is a genius, man. I love watching his stuff. Like when I was going down the whole idea of gravity and what it is, like, dude. And then at that same, because you're the one who mentioned him one day, Zach, and I went and I subbed him, because I was like, your video really resonated with me on gravity, the downward vortex, and what's really going on, and he gets that. He understands that very well, and I just can't see how he could just overlook flat Earth. Like, he has to have known. He has to have known for a while, and it's just
understand. He makes money off of his photography stuff,
right?
YouTube, not just his. I mean, stuff on magnetism and electricity and all the stuff he talks about.
Right.
He has a fan base that is, globe, Earth, and that's where I'm not saying all his income. The guy's working, doing all kinds of stuff, jack of all trades. But that's where some of his income is coming from, and I can understand not wanting to jeopardize that when you are depending on this.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole system. It's like these people in these higher professionals, they don't want to jeopardize their profession. Even if they figure out some new information that changes their entire life, right? It changes everything. And they don't want to jeopardize, like they've worked for 10, 15, 20 years in this place, right? And they're prestigious, right? And it's like college or whatever. Nobody's going to turn around and say, well, guess what? I don't want any of this because I don't believe in what you taught me or what I'm teaching now.
But believe it or not, Ken Wheeler is now a teacher at Santos Bonacci's school.
Wow.
Look at that. See? Exactly.
So Ken has turned a corner. Yeah. For you. Yeah. But yeah, that's a big step for him. Huge step. Not, openly ridiculing it anymore. And when he said that, I think the Earth is shaped like a pancake, I ran and knocked on Bob and Cammy's doors like, Ken Wheeler just said it. I think the Earth is shaped like a pancake. Go watch it right now. And yeah, even Bob got the impression that, wow, Ken is taking that turn. You know, and I think his income will supplement just fine. Really, there's so many flat earthers out there now. To have that kind of mind, you know, behind what we're doing is just invaluable. So I think he's going to be just fine. But he's got a lot of catching up to do. Just saying, Ken.
Yeah.
I've heard your arguments.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hope that pancake's not floating somewhere.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I went through that too. I went through the whole idea. Maybe the Earth's just huge, you know, enormous.
We all went through different.
Yeah, I went through so many different things. Once you finally take that first step, it's like, which direction do I go? There's a million paths in front of me now. I had it down to one path, and I thought I was walking it. Now I come to this. It's not a fork. It's like, you know, 100 points going off. So yeah, I understand. But yeah, I'm sure he'll get it real quick. He understands electricity and magnetism and all this stuff that, you know, governs this place. So once he starts dropping those little puzzle pieces in place, it's going to all line up for him. And he's going to be putting out some amazing stuff, I bet.
For you.
Yeah, for those of us that can comprehend that little bit of what he says. It took me years. I unsubscribed and subscribed to him multiple times.
Me too.
Because I
still
didn't understand what he was saying. Yeah, it's like, dude, you need to make it easier to comprehend. And as I learn more, I start comprehending a little bit more of what he says now. But yeah, cool stuff. I'm excited about it. One of my the people I look up to when it comes to electricity, magnetism, you know, he's taught me a lot, a whole lot. And teaching at the school. And how do I sign up for this school? I'm going to have to look into that.
Dan Falkenbach is a teacher as well.
Nice.
And you know, he's pretty harsh on globies. So you know, that what you just said, him being a teacher now, that really just convinced me because Santos says, "Give no mercy. He will call you like you're an idiot."
That's my dude,
you know?
right there, man. He said, "I have no time for these brain dead." You know, like that is great. Half-truthers.
This shit scares some people.
I love it. That's kind of my style. You know, I'm like, I try to tell people that they're stupid because I, like you, Austin, I've been a bartender my whole life, which has allowed me to kind of learn people's inner thinking and the way that people are. So I want people to defend themselves. I want to tell you, you're the stupidest person on the planet. Show me why you're not stupid. And then when they figure out that they can't, it forces them to look into what I'm saying. It forces them to find out why they can't. And that, you know, that's such a psychological breakdown, is when you humble yourself enough to know that you don't know shit. And that's what I try to instill in people. I'm like, you're an idiot. And you know, prove that you're not an idiot. Tell me I'm wrong. Show me why I'm wrong.
I couldn't agree more, man. The more I learn,
it's to help them. It's to help them, Zach. It's not to hurt them. And they do.
Yeah.
And people from the outside seeing me do it don't understand that.
I wish somebody would put me in my place when I was in my young 20s, late 20s, even. You know, just came up and smacked me in the face and said, "Dude, this, you know, isn't real. You need to think critically about all this stuff." I was wrapped up in. I was a NASA fanboy. More than I was looking for Nibiru. That whole Nibiru thing.
That's the last thing I did.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the very last
Me
thing
too.
I did. Holy shit. I asked my dad about it, and I looked like a fucking crazy person. And then I was like, that Tesla's
I was
not
convinced
space.
there
That
was
was right
an
after that.
alien.
I was like, it's crazy.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, it's just that he's just on point with my whole timeline. Like, I was like, yeah, Dad, ask your military friend about there's a 9th planet, bro. And I'm like, all into it, you know? I'm like, yeah, I swear to God, I know it is because I did the research. So it sucks because it sucks that, you know, I did that research because I'm reading on some stupid shill site and to realize everything's just fake and that it's all bullshit. Everything's bullshit. So, right.
Yeah, 2011 to 2014, every day I was checking the SOHO and the SETI and the LASCO satellite systems that NASA had, you know, every single day looking for just anomalies out in space through all this just horrible looking data and believing every single drop that they were just dripping onto my eyes. I was so...
And your, what's it called? Your happy juice was just dripping too, because it made, for some reason, the imagination of space makes you happy. Mm-hmm. It's fucking weird.
I wanted to be the last starfighter. I did.
Yeah, Star Wars thing, I guess, ties into it. You're just like, oh, how cool.
Yeah, and it's a very cool story. You know, it really is. It's a romantic story.
Oh my God, it's epic as shit.
I'm actually doing a video right now on Polaris. I wrote it yesterday, just waiting for a little bit of feedback. It's a video I actually did 4 years ago. And I'm realizing there's so many new people, and the video quality and the way I presented back then was so horrible. I need to wice it up a little bit. So I'm redoing a bunch of my old videos on just all these questions I hear people asking now. And instead of sending them to a video that's, you know, 4 years old, done on a crappy phone, shot in 480p, you can barely see anything or hear me, I'm going to do it right. But yeah, that's something we were talking about just now. I say it in that video. Yeah, I'm getting my my mojo back. Video editing, as much as it's my scourge, it needs to be done. I need to fight this demon that's stopping me from doing this stuff.
It's stopping you from being motivated enough to go learn how to do something new, right? You're not applying it to like look into a new video or teaching yourself. Yeah. You're just like, I know so much. I'm such a god now. I don't need to learn anything else. It's like, I'm so busy. I don't have time, and it does suck.
Yeah, it's not even that. I just hate video editing. I really, because I try to be a perfectionist too much, and no video I've ever put out was done to my liking. Not one. Ever put out that was perfect. I couldn't have done it better. And finding the right pictures and all that kind of stuff, it's so time consuming. I could be learning, but I realized that
you gotta push yourself to learn. You gotta push.
Well, yeah, educating is just as important, though. That's what I've learned. I love learning. I love just reading old papers from, you know, guys back in the 1800s and learning what they thought back then.
It's only 7 minutes. Sorry, Zach. 7 minutes till the end of the show. I just wanted to point that out for Ian, so he's not going to miss a whole lot. If he needs to go ahead and skedaddle, I'll make sure we keep it boring for these last 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't want him to be late. He was trying so hard to stick with us before he left for work. The snowplow just rolled by. He's out of excuses. I'll make sure it's as uninteresting as possible.
Well, before you go in, make sure you check out my new channel, because Wednesday night we're still going to have that flat fellow on if I can figure this out.
Tommy will also be hanging out with us on Friday.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. I love it.
Yeah, we got all kinds of cool stuff coming up, I think. If I can just start getting him back into Snow's not going anywhere. It's just fine. He's going to wait. Sweet. Thanks for reaching out, Ian, too. I appreciate the email. I will respond. I promise. I've done relatively well. That was one of my lackings that I was needing to correct. It doesn't take that much effort to respond a little something. And then for Have No Sphere, we've got a really kick-ass Have No Sphere coming up this Friday as well. We're going to have a fellow named Mike LaBrash on, who I think is really going to kill it over there.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
No, I'm going to try to climb up into our video editors and get some stuff done up for Mike so we can have some cool stuff for him on Friday.
Oh, I appreciate you.
That is the
that
plan.
was really add on.
Well, you'd send me that GIF you made. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah. I'm new at it too. I'm just learning.
I just happen to have paid for an app on my phone that does a whole lot of stuff just like that. So I'm like, let me have a little fun with that. Let me play around. So yeah, we had some good time making GIFs with your logo. So I want to get up there and we'll see what we can come up with.
Big shout out to David Weiss, the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app, up to 34,500 blue
Holy
dots.
crap. I'm telling you, people are messaging me weekly now, and I'm meeting new people through the app that don't know other flat earthers. It's always my first question through that app. Do you know other flat earthers? They're like, no. I'm like, well, welcome to your home. Welcome home. Welcome to your family.
That's awesome.
Crazy. I bring them into the Facebook. I introduce, because my Facebook has, I'm maxed out on the friends. I got all the accounts, so I got a lot of connection through that. I've deleted all my old friends through life and just added flat earthers. So it's like, come on, welcome home. That app is awesome.
Quick shout out there to Patricia Steer in chat.
Ooh, hello, Patricia.
And I had someone mention you in a comment just the other day. Let's see if I can't dig it up, and I will forward it on to you. It was someone I think very new to Flat Earth, and I just happened to run across one of our videos, and I think wanted to get a hold of either you or Mark and put it in our chat. I just thought it was unusual. But I'm afraid I'm not going to find it anytime soon.
Yeah, always nice to see Patricia hanging out with the community. She's she's done so much. And she was just on, not dredging stuff up, but with Jaron and David, and I think Rose was there. She was like a special guest. And yeah, she was saying some powerful stuff just about all the stuff she's been through and how she wasn't going to let it, run her life. And yeah, we love you, Patricia.
Hell, the show you guys had with her recently was very powerful. I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, it was great. I reached out to her after that show. It was so powerful.
Yes, everybody go over there and look for the Mellow Dome channel here on YouTube. Is it going to have the exclamation point?
No, I'm just going to do the regular Mellow Dome.
So the actual channel name, it's Mellow Dome. So go sub to the new Mellow Dome channel.
Yes, please do.
Got to get them back up there.
3 months, dude. What a bunch of bull. That's my first strike.
It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
It's weird they did it all at once. You're talking about number 9. That was, what, months ago?
Yeah, it was 2 of them, number 9 and 35.
It took forever to hang out and wait.
Well, I just think it's funny. As soon as you hit 1,000 subs, and then they changed the guidelines. Who knows what they changed? And then I didn't read it. And then slapping the wrists. It's disgusting.
Bad truther. You go in the corner.
Man, that's all it means.
I'm being punished. So Rockfin, hit me up, dog.
Shout out to Rockfin.
I know you see my emails, dog.
I know you see me trying to blow you up. I've been hitting you up for months.
Oh shit.
Love y'all. You guys
Love you guys, man. You guys are great. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on, Mike. I look
Thanks
forward
for
to talking to
being
you on
here.
Friday.
Thank you, Mike. Thank y'all for helping out and covering my butt again. And like I said, the new year will be a new Walt. I promise.
Hell yeah, Walt.
Huh. I think the schedule might be off by about a half hour. I think that might be what that is. This is not our exit music we should be hearing, but we love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Be good.
Censorship and regulation is becoming an ever-growing problem in today's modern media. From the mainstream
everybody.
to YouTube and Google,
Thanks for having
the
me on, guys.
information
Good
you're
to
looking
meet you,
for
Zach.
is buried by official narratives and propaganda. This is why...
All right.
There we go.
I kicked the... We're still live, by the way, just so I make that perfectly clear. Studio's gone, but we are still live. First thing I did is wanted to kick that out. So I wanted to be able to say goodbye to Mike properly. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this stream. Thanks, guys, everybody. Muchos gracias.
Yeah, thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys.
Peace out, guys.
Thank you, Austin. It was good to sort of meet you, and hopefully Friday we'll get to actually hang out better.